Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today is again one of these travel vlogs, not vlogs, hauls, sorry, where I'm going to show you all the fragrances I got. So I have separated these hauls in different categories like you guys know if you've been watching, and today's is going to be the first impressions one. So as I was traveling, there were some that I, for specific reasons, didn't smell or try out during my travels, and those are the ones I'm going to share with you today. This is the haul that I'm most looking forward to filming, just because it's been torturous waiting for these to be all ready and with me so that I could film this haul for you guys. So I'm gonna get into kind of the nitty gritty of like the reasonings why I couldn't film or I couldn't smell them, or that I chose not to smell them, or whatever it may be, as we go through each fragrance. But yeah, so if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and let's get into it. So there's 9 fragrances to go through today. I'm so excited, and the first one I'm going to start with, if you are a fellow Canadian, you will have probably heard about, but thought I'd get it out of the way. Florabotanica by Balenciaga. The 100 mils went on an extreme sale while I was on vacation. They went down to the $19.99 shoppers price, and of course I was away, so my lovely cousin picked it up for me because I was gonna miss out on the deal, and I refused to miss out on the deal. So this one, to be completely transparent, I did smell whenever it got released. I don't remember. I remember there was like this whole setup in Sephora because Kristen Stewart was the face for this fragrance, and I do remember like quickly having smelled it years and years ago. I don't remember what it smelled like. I feel like it was faintly green, but I have truly no recollection. So I just knew for $19.99 I needed to get my hands on it. So if you do live in Canada, try and find it if you can. Obviously, they disappear very quickly, but you never know. So this has mint, rose, cannabis, carnation, vetiver, and amber. It is supposedly quite a unique scent. I feel like I can kind of smell it even opening the box. Wow, that's a heavy bottle. So here's the bottle. I do remember the bottle. It is incredibly unique. After this, like Botanica came out, and maybe another one, but I just never got into them. So yeah, I don't know what this smells like. I'm obviously really intrigued about the cannabis note. I think it stands out from that list, but yeah, I will say it's a very, very heavy bottle, which I do like. I love that in a fragrance. I have 9 fragrances, so I need to be careful how I'm gonna be able to get all of these on my skin, because I just like trying fragrances on the skin. I really don't like trying them on paper if I can help it. Oh, wow, okay. There's definitely a cannabis note to it. Like, I feel like I can smell it, but it is, yeah, I can smell that for sure. I was wondering if it was just going to be kind of like, I don't know, like kitschy and just for the intrigue that it was in there, but you couldn't like barely smell it. I can definitely smell it. And I can see how that wouldn't be everyone's thing. It says mint, but for me, I feel like I'm getting a lot more of like a vetiver, green, grass, and cannabis note rather than mint per se. It is slightly minty, but I feel like the green to my nose is a lot more of like an herbaceous, herbal, obviously, almost grassiness to it. I don't get a whole lot of sweetness, but it's definitely got some floral softness to it, which sweetens it up just a tad, but it's kind of like a spicy herbal sweet. It's intriguing for sure. I definitely can see a fragrance like this being in a bottle that's like quirky like this and having Kristen Stewart. Like I feel like all of those elements really suit this fragrance because it is very unique. It's also the kind of thing where it's not blind buy safe. However, for $19.99, I feel like people are a lot more adventurous. And if you do like this scent, or if you like things that smell like this, I feel like this is a really unique take. Obviously, it's getting discontinued now, hence why it's so on sale, but yeah. Oh, it's actually, I don't mind it. I was expecting to be a little bit more unsure, but I actually don't mind it. And yeah, I do want to wear it. Like it's making me excited to wear that one. So I'm so happy. Obviously, I was like so crazy on my trip of like buying all these fragrances, but also just like wanting to come home to this one, and I'm insane. So whatever, she's in my life, she's in my hands, and I'm so happy to have Florabotanica. So next, I really, okay, there's reasons why I got this one. So I really bought so many fragrances, as you guys know, in Portugal and Spain when I was traveling. And I really wasn't expecting to get anything in duty free, because honestly, for how many fragrances I buy, I never really buy fragrances in duty free. Really, very rarely. Maybe maximum 2-3 times in my entire life, maximum. Definitely less than 5. So I was barely even gonna look at it because a lot of the times you can find much better deals online anyways. And I was going pretty quickly and I just noticed that there were incredible deals to the point where I was like, oh damn, I can't fit these in my bag. Like I've already gone crazy with fragrances and I don't have time. So I brought it down and I told myself only 2. The reality was, you guys, I could have picked up 5 easy, but I boiled it down to 2. And the first one that I just knew no matter what I had to get, no matter what, was the Gaultier Airlines Classique Eau Fraîche. Technically, this is the Classique Eau Fraîche in terms of the fragrance, but the Gaultier Airlines bottle is a limited edition bottle that was only made to be available in duty free in select airports around the world. And I think it's getting pulled. Like I think they've stopped manufacturing it and it's even getting discontinued. At least that's what I was told. And so it's there's obviously the men's version and I got the women's version. I have the original Classique Eau de Toilette, which I love. And I've never gotten any of the other flankers because I just, with some fragrances, I'm like, no flankers until I finished the one I have. And I wouldn't have gotten any, but this is just so me. You guys know I love travel. I love airports specifically. I love being in airports. I love planes. And this is just such a cute, undeniably me bottle. Like I love it. I've never tried the Eau Fraîche fragrance either and I don't own it. So it's kind of perfect where it's not doubling up on the scent. But if you guys have Eau Fraîche, then in terms of scent, you know what this is going to be. Oh my God. I love it. It's such a like, classic flight attendant style getup that she's got on. Like it reminds me of what that airline that went like defunct in the States that now that I'm trying to think of it, I can't remember, but I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments. But it reminds me of that. It's just Pan Am. It reminds me of like just the Pan Am style. So anyways, that's her. I didn't get the men's one because even I have some level of control, but I couldn't stand not having her in my life. I absolutely love this. This is blowing my mind right now. There is such a, okay, this immediately, I know exactly what it reminds me of. One of you guys commented, this is such a tangent, but one of you guys commented that I always smell something and I'm like, okay. And then I tell you what it reminds me of, which as I was editing, you're 100% right. And usually it takes me a beat, or it takes me a second. This one, not even a second. I know exactly what it reminds me of. And it's a very niche reminder. But when I used to live in Switzerland, this was definitely more common there. I don't know how many countries would have this, but they had orange blossom gelato. They had a lot of interesting gelato flavors that I've not seen other places. Like I didn't even see it in Rome or a lot of the cities that I've been to in Italy, but in Switzerland, they have a lot of floral flavor scented gelato, and that's totally up my alley. And orange blossom gelato, this is that. I think about that gelato all the time. Like if I ever go back to Switzerland, I need to have that maybe every day. Half my budget needs to go to orange blossom gelato. It's my favorite thing. And this smells exactly like that. There's still that like ginger kick to it, and the jasmine vanilla musk. Like there is obviously some level of classique eau de toilette or classique DNA, but this is different for sure. And I like how it's not the classic thing where they make an eau fraiche and it's just like citrus, sour, like tart, and just make it like that's enough. Like this actually is really interesting, and I love what they've done with it. And the bottle, like I can't, oh my God, I'm gonna finish this so quickly, aren't I? This is 50 ml. Now I'm thinking I should have bought 7, but in terms of the fragrance, 7. In terms of the fragrance, the eau fraiche is still much more readily available. So yeah, love her. She's a beauty, and I'm so, so happy to have her as part of my collection because she's a stunner. All right, so the other one, the second one that I got in duty free, which again, I was like, I can't do this. I can't pick just 2, but in the end I picked this one because it was on such a good deal. And when I was reading online, it seemed as though this was hard to find. And some people even in Canada said like it was really hard to find. I don't know because I'd never gone searching for it, but it seemed difficult to find, so I thought I might as well. So this is Alien Mirage, and I have some aliens. I do love Alien, but I've like forced myself not to become just like an alien collector because you can just go down that rabbit hole so much. But this 60 ml was on a really, really good deal in duty free, and it seemed hard to find, so I had to pick it up. And this has mineral notes, pink pepper, syringa, which I'm not even sure what it is, lotus, hinoki wood, again, that seemed unique to me, and white amber. People also seemed to like this flanker, and for like the alien lovers in the world, I know that's not always the case. It's like either absolute love or absolute hate when it comes to flankers. At least that's what I think people feel. So here's what she looks like. I do like the color. It's kind of this like mineral gray blue, and it's the 60 ml, so it is a larger bottle. I'm excited to see what this is gonna smell like, especially because of the mineral notes, and I'm unfamiliar even having read 2 of those other notes. So let's see. Wow. Okay. Oh, I said okay again. This doesn't even smell like Alien, like upon first sniff. This is reminding me a bit of Boucheron Fleur. Like it's quite an airy, dewy floral. Probably because of the lotus, but it's also like, I don't see any of this, but I get like a tonka, like a vanilla tonka in this. I love this. Oh my God. Okay, these are all going to be very, very first impressions, like you guys know, but based on first impressions, genuinely, I'm not getting a huge amount of the Alien DNA, especially with my other flankers. You know it's Alien. This is quite a bit different, honestly, and I love that. I love the way this one smells. No wonder it's one of the good ones, apparently. And yeah, it's really reminding me of Boucheron Fleur, which is a fragrance I absolutely adore. I talk about all the time. I feel like it's totally understated, so I'll have to compare these two to each other because I love it. So yeah, that is Alien Mirage. I'm so happy I went with that one. I couldn't have been more happy with my choices. Obviously, there were so many, like I said, in that duty free that I was thinking about, but having smelled them now, and it's been killing me, having smelled them now and just tried them out, I feel really happy with my choices. So then the next two, oh my God, you guys, it's been so long. I didn't even take off the cellophane until this morning before I filmed this. While I was away, noticed on Fragrance Buy, and you guys know I love buying fragrances from them, that they had 2 Maison Lancome fragrances come in stock. And I knew it was gonna get delivered while I was away, but there's really no way around it because I'm like, people are probably gonna buy them out again and I'm not gonna get them in time. So I need to order it while I was away. And I kept putting it in and out of my cart, and then in the end, I bought both. Of course I did. They were honestly also 2 out of the Maison Lancome fragrances that I'm missing that I wanted the most. If they were some of the ones that I'm putting off till last, then I wouldn't have minded, but I've been really excited about these ones. So we're gonna start, I bought one in the full bottle and one in the 14 ml, just because those were the sizes that were available for each. So let's do the 14 ml first because I'm really excited for the full bottle, but I'm excited for both. The first one that came up was Jasmins Marzipan. I've been really excited about this one. It's one that people who love Maison Lancome as much or more than I do have always put in their top 3. So I've been really intrigued. I've been putting off making my Maison Lancome video because every time I do, I have like every time I think I'm gonna do it, I have one on its way to me, and I'm just gonna wait until I feel like I really got as many as I'm gonna get. So Jasmine's Marzipan has jasmine, almond wood, musk, bourbon, vanilla, cashmere wood, and sandalwood. Here's what it looks like. Obviously, I just got the 14 ml. I have some in the smaller, I think this is my 3rd Maison Lancome that's in a smaller bottle, not in the full size. And the rest of them are all in full size bottles. I would have gotten this in a full size. I would have gotten any of my Maison Lancome fragrances in the full size, but as they're discontinuing and coming, I don't know, in and out of the market, I just get whatever I can get for the best deal, really. So let's try it. I'm very nervous. I hope I've got good luck because I tend to either really, really, really love them or just be like, right from the start. So, oh wow. I kind of want to spray another one, but there's so little. I feel like 14 ml is so small. I'm scared I'm going to run out. I can't think that way. Okay. Wow, this is so much more shampoo-y than I thought it was going to be. It's a bit... This is reminding me of something, and I'm not going to even lie. I can't think of what it is, but it is a bit more shampoo-y than I was expecting. It's so open. Like the jasmine in this is so clean. I feel like it's not in any way super, super duper sweet the way sometimes jasmine can get. Even real jasmine, like just the flowers, are very strong. This, I guess because of like the musk and the almond wood, it has like a more airy shampooiness to it that I really do like. It's not super gourmand. I find a lot of Maison Lancome fragrances can tend to go in the gourmand realm, and I love the way they do. It's made me like gourmands because of how beautiful they are, but with this one, it's not the case, and I don't feel like it's a very strong bourbon vanilla at all. Bourbon vanilla, I like how it can get boozy, obviously, and a bit darker, and at least in the opening, I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting the bourbon of bourbon vanilla. I do like it, though. I think it's beautiful. It's not a meh one for me at all. Like, I really like it. Because it's slightly more familiar and I'm not sure what it is, it's not like blowing my mind in the way that, I don't even know, like Rose's Berberanza did the first time I smelled it. I'll never forget. But that being said, I love it. I do love it. Okay, so that was Jasmins Marzipan. The next one is the one I've been so nervous. I've been so anxious about it. I didn't even take off the cellophane until literally right before this video. So it's Lavandes Trianon. It's the lavender one. I've just been so nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I've been so nervous about it. And it's got some really cool, simple notes. So it's got lavender, obviously. It's got vanilla, vanilla sugar, Madagascar vanilla, and milk. And the reason I kept getting worried is because some people say it's just very much like Mon Guerlain. And I already have Mon Guerlain and I like it, but it's not a love for me. It never was, probably never will be. And I don't need that again in my life. If this is a lavender, but other people say that it's like a lavender milk sugar tea, in which case, chef's kiss, this is going to be probably my favorite fragrance of all time. I love the sound of that. So here she is. I love that it's in these bottles, which all of mine are this style. I love. I don't like the newer ones that they're making. I'm glad this is still in the old bottle. Let's discover it together. I'm so nervous. Oh, I sprayed it in the air. Whatever. The room will smell nice, I suppose. So Lavandes Trianon. Ooh. Okay. I definitely get the comparison to Mon Guerlain, but it is different. I have to compare this now, I'm thinking, to Lavender Extreme by Tom Ford. And my other lavender fragrance that I'm now blanking on. I need to do like a lavender video. If you guys are interested, let me know, obviously, but this is really nice. It's very sparkling, I find. It's kind of like a lavender iced tea. It's not as sweet as I was expecting. I was expecting a bit more of like a candied lavender because it's got vanilla and vanilla sugar and Madagascar vanilla. Like I figured it'd be a little bit more candied. Yeah. But to me, it's like a sweet lavender lemon iced tea. It is nice. It's definitely nice. I'm gonna see how it wears, how strong it is, and the sillage and all that. I do like it. It's not a meh, but it might have to grow on me in terms of turning from like a love to like an, oh my God, this is everything. Cause right now I love it, you know? Comparing the two of them, I feel like, I feel like they're almost on the same page, but it's just in terms of how I feel about them. But right now, today, I'm more of like a jasmine gal. Yeah, I'm glad that it's not super reminiscent. It's not like an identical Mon Guerlain, because that would have really been a downer for me personally. But yeah, it does kind of smell like lavender iced tea to me personally. Okay, so that's Lavandes Trianon. I was so nervous about those two Maison Lancomes. Obviously, again, they arrived while I was away, so I was anxiously waiting to get my nose on them, and I'm so happy to have them as part of my collection. All right, so the next one is actually one I got in Portugal. It's, I think, the only one that I got in Portugal that I never smelled while I was there, just because there were so many fragrances to get and try, and I was trying to pack and unpack and everything, and as you can see, it's huge. So I didn't take it out of its kind of box and packaging and everything to kind of keep it safe. And yeah, it was just too good of a deal to pass up. So this is Yes I Am Pink First. They were selling Yes I Am and Yes I Am Pink First. Yes I Am had a tester, so I did smell it. I've never been interested in these fragrances by Cacharel. I probably wouldn't have picked it up, honestly, but it became like 30 euros, and it was like for this big set, or you could get 30 euros for the fragrance just on its own in like a normal box. So of course I was gonna get the set so I could see this like lipstick thing, and I'm excited that I got it. I'm wondering, like, it does look like it could become a bag, or maybe I'm just crazy, but I was intrigued, let's say. So here's what it looks like. You can take this plastic off and make this. I'm wondering if it like turns into if you can actually fill it up with your own things after. Not that I would wear it, but like you could. So anyways, I think you crack it open this way. Yes, I am. Pink first has raspberry, pear, jasmine, ginger, flower, orange blossom, milk, ambroxan, cardamom, and sandalwood. Okay, so here's what it looks. Oh, I wasn't even. So it has the body lotion and the fragrance. And I am intrigued. I feel like I might break a nail trying to get these out. Okay, so I'm back. And I finally got her out. So it is quite difficult to get it out. I think I'm just gonna leave the body lotion in there for now, just so we can try out the fragrance. But here's what she looks like. I know that there's 4 in this range, the Yes I Ams. And after I bought this one, I was reading about them, and now I'm like really intrigued and I want all 4 because I'm crazy. But they seem to all kind of say that the original is the least interesting and all the flankers are better. So I thought, might as well. So I don't have any fragrance here. And we'll see. It's a ginger, flower, orange, blossom, middle, and heart. So I feel like I can't go wrong with that. Oh, it smells quite fruity. It smells like pear. Is there pear? Oh, there is pear. Okay. I was like, it smells quite, yeah, it smells fruity and a bit tart, like berries and pear and maybe some citrus. Definitely get ginger, like ginger flower. I love that. I always found it interesting that these are like lipstick bottled fragrances, but they're not lipsticky. From everything I've read, at least, they're not lipsticky. There's one that's like sensual that might be a little bit more lipsticky, apparently, but right now, this one smells like fruity pears and berries and ginger flower. I like it. It seems fun. I feel like this would be a really nice body wash scent. Like it's invigorating. There's like a youthful, fun brightness to this. Yeah, this would make a really good, nice body wash. Random thing to mention, but that's what it kind of made me think of. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Happy to have it. At least, you know, it'll be a nice one to just easy scent to throw on. And yeah, I'm gonna try to open this up later and see if I think I can just take out the plastic and then this becomes like a little fun thing. Or maybe like a novelty bag for a special occasion or something. So yeah, so then the last 3 fragrances were other ones that were waiting for me because our Winners Marshalls, which is kind of like the Canadian equivalent for TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and the UK equivalent to TK Maxx, is having like a crazy sale all of August. I don't know what's going on, but they are. And these 3 were what was kind of closest to me that was on sale. I haven't ventured out just because I have a lot of things I need to catch back up on and everything, work-wise and life, now that we're back from vacation. So I haven't really gone headfirst into exploring the sale at all. But all of August, apparently, there was this great deal. So I had to obviously get some goodies that I, again, could not smell until I was reunited with the scent. So I got 3. 2 are from a house that I'd never even heard of, so we're gonna leave those for last. But the first one is a Tocca fragrance. Tocca is Tocca? I think it's Tocca. Is a fragrance house line that I have never owned a fragrance by, but I've definitely smelled them. I used to smell them all the time at Sephora. And this is a hair fragrance. I don't care. I'm just gonna be wearing it normally. The main thing is that there's like less to little like alcohol in it, essentially. And this is Florence, so it's supposed to have bergamot, gardenia, violet petals, blonde woods. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm thinking, yeah, I feel like that's it. So I'm really excited to, oh, okay, it's got pear, apple, bergamot, grapefruit leaf, gardenia, tuberose, jasmine, violet leaf, iris, musk, and white woods. I'm really excited to have a Tocca fragrance finally, and this one seems like a good one. I do think I'll have to spray this one in the palm of my hand just because I'm running out of space and I have 2 more fragrances, so let's see. Ooh, okay, I love this one. I must have smelled this. Like, I feel like I've smelled all of them. Tocca fragrances to me always remind me of an Anthropologie store. Like, they just give off that vibe. A lot of the times Anthropologie does sell them, but it's just kind of like a girly green floral vibe. I definitely have a fragrance in my collection that smells like Florence, and I can't at the moment recall what it is, but yeah, completely my vibe. I love it. It smells like a citrusy, super like tuberose jasmine fragrance. And the tuberose is quite like green as well. I like it. I definitely like it. Hair fragrance, so I guess I can feel better about spraying it in my hair, but to be honest, I don't really care and I'll spray anything in my hair, but it is nice that that one just has less alcohol. So yeah, that was Florence by Tocca. And then we've got the last 2. So the last 2 are Royal Apothic Heritage fragrances. I thought were really cool. They're made in the States, and apparently after I got them, I started reading about them, and apparently they just like have different locations that the perfumer has traveled to, and then they make fragrances for that location, which you guys know is totally up my alley. So we're gonna smell Santorini first, and then we'll go to Tulum. So Santorini I've been to, so I'm gonna see if I can attest to it smelling like the place. So this has bergamot, white sage, jasmine, rose, sea salt, pine, wood, moss, and driftwood. And I'm gonna have to spray these in the air. Ooh, okay, I might have to spray some. It's so light that I don't wanna, yeah, okay. These might be ones that I have to spray on a box, and funny enough, they didn't come in a box, so I'm gonna spray them on the Tocca box and see what I think. Oh, wow, this is lovely. I have to compare this later on to the fragrance I actually got made for myself in Santorini, because that one's like supposed to be truly inspired by the land. But I love this. That has a really nice beachy scent to it, but it's not like a sunscreen beachy. It's very like sea salt, driftwood, like citrus, and yeah, I really do like this. It just makes me think of like the blue and white houses, the cliffs. It's really nice, completely unisex, I think. I do really like this. It's definitely got like a woody, sea salt, beachy vibe. Okay, perfect. Love that. That's Santorini's Royal Apothic. I feel like I'm gonna get really into this house. I'd never heard of them before, but once the sale was going on, I just had to get my hands on them. And then Tulum, I've been to pretty close to Tulum in Mexico, maybe like 40 minutes away from Tulum is where I've been staying, so where I had stayed. So I feel like I've got the vibe. The scent should be similar. And this has bergamot, citrus, cedar, jasmine, violet, amber, and musk. So I've been very much looking forward to this. It's got a collection of so many of my favorite notes. So, oh my God. What I will say is these are quite light. Like I feel like they've got a body splash vibe to them, even though they're 8% eau de parfum, 18% eau de parfums. You can get away with overspraying. This is slightly less woody and slightly more citrus heavy. This is like a floral citrus without any of that woodiness. It's less beachy and more of just like a regular summer scent. I really do like this. This could easily be like a niche take on like a Riviera summertime fragrance. I can even see this being kind of like a Tom Ford, and with his very Italian, like summery type fragrances, this could easily be like a Tom Ford one. And they're so inexpensive. They're like about like $10 to $15 depending on when you find them. So those were all my blind buys. That was such a good haul, I have to say, because I want to put them in order like I always do. It's going to be a hard one because there wasn't a single one of these fragrances that has disappointed me where I know, okay, I'm going to put them in last place. Like I feel like they're just so, yeah, for me, they're so good, all of them, that it's going to be hard. But with that being said, I'm just going to put them in order of like what I'm least excited to try to most excited. So in last place, in ninth place, I would put the Tocca Florence, just because this tuberose jasmine type fragrance is very familiar to me. I feel like I have quite a number of fragrances that reminded me of this already in my collection. So I'm just least looking forward to trying it out because I feel like I've got a good understanding of it already. That being said, I love it. So, you know, that goes without saying, but yeah, probably least looking forward to wearing that one. Then kind of in tied for eighth, I have Tulum and Santorini. In eighth place, I'll put Tulum just because it's just ever so slightly less my vibe than Santorini, but in general, both of these are great. I'm excited to wear them. They're just inexpensive goodies, and who knows, they might show up in like an inexpensive gems video that I do next time, because I love doing videos like that. But right now, there's just so much good stuff that they fall kind of lower on the rank. So then that's 9, 8, 7. In sixth place, here's where things get a little bit more difficult. I would say in sixth place, I would put, oh, this one's hard. In sixth place, I would put Florabotanica, probably because I like it, but even from like a first impressions, I think I got the vibe for it. Maybe like 1 or 2 wears and I'm gonna get it. It's really unique, but there's just, again, like I said, so many more that are my vibe, that this one just falls like more so in the middle, but I am excited to wear it. Then in fifth place, yes, I am Pink First. I actually really liked this one. I'm excited to get it, kind of wear it more, see if it does get a little bit more lipsticky in the base or not. And I don't know what it's going on with me, but kind of want all 4 now all of a sudden. So I'm excited to have this to try out a little bit more and see if I do want to get the rest of the 3. So in fourth place, I would put Lavandes Trianon. I do like it. I just feel like right off the bat, it didn't blow me away the way some Maison Lancome fragrances do. And I'm gonna have to play around with it some more to see if the super like turns into a mega love. Compared to Jasmins Marzipan, which I'll get to, it also was a little bit less interesting. I felt like if it was like more of a candied lavender, it would really speak to me personally. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it's in the top 4, so I certainly love it. It's just not that like blow my mind kind of scent. To that same point, Jasmins Marzipan also didn't blow my mind the way some other ones do, but I think I need to stop comparing the Maison Lancome so much and just realize that I do actually like them a lot. I just have really high expectations of them now because it started so good. But Jasmins Marzipan was more my vibe than Lavandes Trianon to begin with. I feel like easily, if this wasn't such an amazing haul, this would be like probably a mega love already, but I really do like this one. So I'm excited to wear it. It's in my top 3 for sure. And hopefully I can tell you guys about a second impressions. Then surprisingly, I mean, the top 2 were the 2 I had to get the quickest and was so rushed and duty free. But in second place, Alien Mirage, I think is just stunning. It's got that element of Boucheron Fleur, which you guys know is my vibe completely. It's fresh, it's exciting, it's interesting. I think it's a really cool flanker, and I'm really excited to do like a full wear test on this. And that's when I know something special. I just want to wear this all day, 24 hours, and see how I feel, because I just think it's a stunning scent. And then in first place above all others, I mean, Gaultier Airlines, which is classique eau fraîche. I think it's stunning. I mean, it's so reminiscent of one of my favorite desserts of all time. I think it's so beautiful. I can't wait like to just douse myself in this, and I'm very much afraid that I'm going to go through this very quickly and finish it. And it makes me feel like I should have bought a million bottles, and I know I don't need them, but I'm really happy to know that at least the scent isn't limited edition, and that you can maybe get Eau Fraiche easier than obviously you can get this beauty. So I'm happy to have her, and she's definitely in first place. So let me know in the comments below which one of these fragrances you've tried or that you'd like to try. Thank you so much for watching this very, very long but incredibly successful haul. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye.